Great job, Cole.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. I was there once. Now you're there. Do you hear that TOS chant? Huh? You ain't no fucking replacement. Attaboy. Attaboy.
Hey, John, oh, you're recording, right? You know what my favorite thing about wrestling is, man? Is I can go out there and I can do all the cool flips and I can try to be the best technical wrestler in the world. But sometimes when you go to the natural thing, and that's violence. Some people like me live in violence. Some people like me crave violence. And so that might be my first time doing a death match in GCW, but I guarantee you it won't be my last. Because sometimes violence is a home. Man, I love this shit.
Welcome to Game Changer Weekly. With us tonight, John, as always, and our special guest, Cole Radrick. John and Cole, how are you guys doing tonight?
Good, baby. How are you guys doing tonight?
We are doing good. I think John will be good here as soon as he hits off the mute button, and we will get this show going.
Holy shit. Hello, boys and girls. All right. Good to be with everybody. All right. So, yeah, let's talk about Cole for just a second here. We've got AKA the Ratty Daddy, the King of Wreck Shit Mountain, GCW Backyard Wrestling's Mayday Jack. Cole is 26 years old, hailing from Spencer, Indiana. He has 8 years in wrestling experience, and in a little over a month, it'll be 9. His first GCW appearance was on November 27, 2019. It was a 6-person scramble at GCW's Chopper City in the Ghetto. He's currently in basically it's just a fan favorite tag team with Alec Price, known as the Garbage Daddies. He's held 12 titles across 10 different companies. Also an international superstar, wrestling in England, Canada, Mexico, and Japan. Cole's looking to make 2024 his 3rd year in a row wrestling over 100 matches. His match at Black Label Pro 4 days ago was his 750th career recorded match. His PWI ranking for the 500, let's see, his PWI 500 ranking keeps climbing year over year. In 2021, he was 476. 2022, he was 320. And in 2023, he was number 300. I present to you a GCW fan favorite, Mr. Cole Radrick.
Damn, what an intro there.
Hey, not bad for tired, right?
Not bad for tired, brother. Yeah, man. Honestly, it's probably near like 1,100 matches, probably. But honestly, that is that's a hell of an intro. It's crazy that I've been almost wrestling for GCW for 5 years now. Been wrestling 9 years in April 26th. So, man, it's going by fast. I'm getting old.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. You're the young one here, though. You're still in your 20s, man.
Barely hanging on, brother.
You're making it look good, man. You're making it look good. So we are going to have a bunch of people at some point just kind of putting questions here and there. I have some people back and forth that have sent me ones through DM. So I'm going to kind of go through those. I'm going to get the good question right out of the way. This is the one everybody loves so much. Where did you get started? How did you get started?
I got started training at New Wave Pro in Terre Haute, Indiana. I got trained by a guy named Ollie Tharp and Blake Reed. It's an old recycling center that they put a wrestling ring in. And they created their own little venue. Sorry, my camera keeps shaking. We'll fix that in a second. So I started wrestling there. I started having like 1 or 2 matches a month. Kind of got tired of like waiting around for each time for them to run shows. So I started hitting up other places to wrestle, and Started wrestling up in Indianapolis a lot. I started wrestling in Illinois and Ohio, and just started to try to travel as much as I could and wrestle as much as I could when I first got started. So I started wrestling for companies like Emerge and IWA Mid South and WCW in Indianapolis, Rockstar Pro. I started wrestling for all these different places, and then eventually I started wrestling for GCW, and I've been wrestling for GCW for the past 5 years. I've been very lucky, very blessed to be a part of it, and I've been having a good time doing it.
Yeah, 158 matches so far with GCW. You're killing it out there.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's
holy shit.
Wow.
That's a lot of shows.
Dude, it's beautiful.
Very
so
lucky.
the other thing I was going to mention here was that you've had some naysayers along the way before you even started wrestling. So how did you find the confidence? I know that's a canned question, but I mean, with someone who comes from, like me, from a small area, you're told basically you're going to be in a couple buckets. You're going to go to the military. You're going to go work in a factory. You might be a welder or a truck driver, and that's about, what you're going to be looking at. So, was it the love of the business that made you go, you know what, I got enough to get through? What was it for you?
Honestly, like, ever since I was a kid, there was nothing else I really wanted to do. Nothing really interested me. Like, I didn't want to go to college to be anything else. I didn't want to go to military. Like, I didn't want to do anything but wrestle. Wrestling was like the thing I watched when I came home. Wrestling was the thing I watched when I went to bed. Wrestling was the first thing I thought about. Like, my life has been obsessed with wrestling. So this is the only thing I've ever wanted to do and ever wanted to be. So once I got trained and once I started traveling and doing all these different things, I just put everything into it. Like, I 2-3 jobs at a time, and they knew, like, hey, I don't work Fridays, I don't work Saturdays, I don't work Sundays, but I'm working from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. every night. They go into the afterwards, and man, just putting everything into wrestling, like that. Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't want to be anything without wrestling. Like, this is what I love to do. This is who I am as a person, and I'm very lucky to be in the position I am. But I know I've worked my ass off to get there as well.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. We've seen the growth and talked about it nonstop since we started the podcast, and like how every single show and match you just show different styles, improvement. It's just like how that PWI, your ranking keeps climbing up, and we've been seeing all that hard work come into play in GCW, and it's been awesome to see. What match or wrestler, like, what made you get into wrestling?
Honestly, just like the excitement of it, just like seeing the crazy maneuvers and the different characters and the crowd reactions, and like, man, like, the opening to Raw in like 2004, 2005 would pan to the crowd and you would see signs and you would see the flash photography. People are taking photos with Polaroids and all these different things. Like, the presentation that was professional wrestling as a whole just enthralled me. Like, I loved the idea of it. I loved watching it. I loved being the fan. I loved filming it. I loved doing commentary on it. So, like, when I first got into wrestling, I was 13 years old doing video editing, or 12 years old doing video editing for a small company. From the time I was 14, I started doing commentary over a live microphone for that company. When I was 15, I was doing refereeing. So I had, before I even started wrestling training, I was doing all these different aspects of wrestling just because I was so enthralled with it. So when I was a kid, it was the same thing. Like, I watched movies about wrestling. I watched anything that involved wrestling. Like, I remember, like, being like, Dad, all I want for my birthday is a Nacho Libre DVD. I didn't care that it was Jack Black. I didn't care that it was, a comedy. I didn't care about anything else. I cared that it was wrestling based. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
I think we found your next character for Backyard Wrestling. Next year.
Let's
gotta
just
do some sort of Nacho Libre.
Nacho Cheese Libre.
You know what? I never asked you before. Do you have any moves named after other people or named after someone that you know? I always wondered about that.
I mean, the finish is Little Sebastian's Curse, and that's a horse off of Parks and Rec. Maybe.
Yeah.
See, I've always wondered where that kind of came from. I like the name, but I never knew where it came from.
Yep. Parks and Rec.
That's awesome.
So I'm the one who noticed online, dude. You have a hat on now, but I love the new haircut you had. Clean cut Cole looks pretty good, dude.
Yeah, it's all messy right now, so we don't gotta show it off too much, but we'll get it all fixed up and ready for Mania.
You like it though?
I do. Just trying to hold on to it for as long as I can.
Yeah, for sure. Those kind of cuts grow in really quick.
Absolutely.
All right, so now we'll get out of that shit for just a little bit.
Without a hat on.
You know what? All my hats fit they're too big or they're too small. It's all screwed up. I got a fucking gourd for a head. So, all right. So Cole, you're a picky eater. You're a picky eater. We know this. What food do you like? I know that's very broad.
Love tacos. Love chicken nugs. You gotta love chicken nugs. Bacon. Breakfast foods. Love me some breakfast foods. I tear up breakfast daily.
Yeah.
Popcorn connoisseur. I would like to consider myself. Yeah, there's a lot more others, but like, kind of put me on the spot here. Pizza.
No, it's good. It's good. Like with meat, you're more of a chicken guy. Right?
Yeah, I love chicken. Yeah, you know I love scrambled eggs though.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
big scrambled egg guy.
You like them well done, that's for sure.
I like them dry.
The
I don't
thing.
scrambled well. There's gonna be some crispy marks on it. You know what I'm saying.
All right. So okay. So before I forget, here we had a listener actually
Spaghetti.
get a hold
Good
of
one,
us.
Jimmy. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Yeah.
Yeah. No sauce.
So
crazy.
People
Parmesan.
were asking, what's up with those sad ass chips and shredded cheese?
Sad ass shit. Don't start no shit, John. Don't start no shit, John. How you start no shit?
I left that out of the description in the
delicious.
intro. So what's the story behind it? Where did you get it from? Who'd you talk into putting shredded cheese like that, or did you make it yourself?
So I used to do it as a kid. No, my buddies called me to do this Rocket League tournament. It ain't happening, pal. We're on the Game Changer Weekly podcast. All right, bring off, Austin. So like, it's honestly a snack I had as a kid. Like my brother used to put melted cheese. He would like put the cheddar cheese. He would put like shredded cheese on chips and put it in the microwave, like a normal person.
Yeah.
Like a normal person, to be fair. But I think I've seen him do it once, and then I started doing it. And then, I remember in grade school, they would do like chips, beans, and cheese, and I don't like beans. Yeah. So I would just do chips and cheese. It wasn't a bad replacement. So, listen, if you're a hater. Now, here's a game changer, though. You ready for this one? Microwave your chips. Take them out. Let them get warm. Let them cool off a little bit so it's not melting, and then put the cheese on top of it. So still
yeah. Dude, there's pizza out of Ohio that they cook the crust with the sauce, and then when the pizza comes out like that, then they put the cheese on, and the shit melts. Like, yeah.
Dude, it's not bad, but I don't agree with being a hater.
Man.
So
what's up?
Yeah,
brought
go ahead,
up Rocket League. Sorry, I just had a question on the Rocket League and their streaming career. I know it kind of just started recently, and I remember when you first got your first couple streams and seeing how much it's kind of grown over that. What made you kind of get into Twitch, other than I'm assuming your love of gaming?
I just enjoyed it. It's like Effie having a Twitch and a couple other friends having Twitches. It's just fun. Like, I enjoy gaming. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy being active and getting to know people, and just honestly being able to hang out with people. You know what I mean? I think that's fun. I think it's important to put out content, and if it's a clip every now and then, it's fun just to have a channel to go and hang out with people.
Yeah.
I love it as a fan because, like I said, that's when you get to kind of get personable and we get to see you actually outside your wrestling element and enjoying life and video games. I'm a big gamer too, and I've been on Twitch for years, and it took me so long to get affiliate, and seeing how fast you guys all got is maybe jealous, but it's good, and it's been fun. Your Twitch streams are hysterical, obviously with the Rocket League. I enjoy those ones the most.
Oh yeah,
they suck. I don't watch it all.
Yeah. And you still have bad chip taste ideas. All right. It's
Sad
okay.
chips
Nah.
and terrible Twitch, dude. Okay, so here's the real about it. I just had to ask you because I was like, that's surprising you didn't melt the cheese. But number two, I'm on his Twitch most every time he has something at minimum to just say hello and just have a smiling face. So,
I appreciate you, John.
appreciate you, brother. So you
I
have
keep leaning over. I got a cat right here.
I figured it was the alcohol. I didn't know,
No. That's
Which cat do we have near you?
It's actually Mac. So Mac's our youngest cat. He's very shy. Barely ever comes around. But when I'm up here in the chair, he comes around. I don't know if it's just he knows I can't like stand up and get to him, but he comes around, and I take the opportunity to give him some love.
Now, is that the one that's closest to you?
Yeah, he's
like,
right on
as
here
a cat.
I would say the cat I'm closest to is Felix. That's my baby girl.
Felix Trinidad.
Yeah.
Good shit. So yeah, then you have two other cats besides that. I know most people would know, but there are some who don't know. And you're such a cat.
Javier and Sombra.
Wow. That's so awesome.
Mac, Felix, Javier, Sombra. Yep.
It's a lot of cleaning. I know, because I got those two Goldens, dude. It's cleaning all day.
Oh, yeah, right. They take away your bottles for you.
For real, right now. Let's talk about this here.
Oh shit!
You don't have to get up. You just have to clap.
No.
Lucy, come here. Lucy just picks up your trash, throws it away for you, and you're still sitting there.
I'm hanging out, right? And I'm finishing a Gatorade at his house. I'm sitting back on the couch, and his dog is like 2 paws on me, like staring at me. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand what's happening. So I like go to lean forward to like go throw away the bottle. And John's like, stop, you're gonna offend her. And I'm like, what? He's like, if you don't let her take the trash, it's gonna break her heart. And I'm so confused. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I want to feel bad doing this. He's like, no, like, trust me, just hand it to me. So I hand it to her, and she takes it to the trash.
Yeah, I've never seen that in person until John. Like, I've seen it on Twitter and stuff. I'm like, okay, but same thing. I had the same story. I went there, had a bottle. I started getting up. He's like, no, sit down. Watch this. And like, yeah, Lucy just comes over, takes it, throws it in the trash. I'm like, that is like I got to train my dog to do. My dog just sits and does nothing all day long.
Yeah, golden retriever, man. They love retrieving and they just love to make you happy. So what I would do is I would break a treat down to a small treat down to like the smallest sizes. And I would just train them. If you take this over and you put it in the trash, I'll give you a little chunk of something, right? So then here come plates, here come bottles, anything that they could find. Since they have like a soft mouth and they don't really break anything, they'll pick up all kinds of shit. At parties, they'll literally pick up shit and bring it to whoever's there and like just get the smallest bit of a treat. And yeah, man, it's a cool trick. I hope all dog owners learn.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah, man.
I love that.
Okay, so you got
good dog.
Man, thank you. They're the coolest. Like anyone who comes in the house, they're best friends. I haven't said this to you before, Brent, but Cole, when he comes over, Luna starts crying, like whining, crying for him. It's so interesting. Like whining, like around him, like she hasn't seen him in forever and starts whining. And I only have a couple people that she ever does that to, and he just happens to be one of them. He comes in the door and she just starts whining. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
That's a sign of love. Oh, so I was going to ask you here. You got 5 matches this weekend at the Collective, right? Dude, there's so many freaking matches so many shows going on out there. Off the top of your head, where can some of the fans see you at? We got GCW, right?
Yeah, we got GCW or it's JCW.
You're good.
Yep, JCW versus the world. I got Fightertainment Tournament of Breath. I got GSW versus Philly Mike. I got 2 other events yet to be named. So
nice.
Got some things in the bag and pretty excited.
Hell yeah, man. So you're going to be out there. You're going to be heading home. Are you heading home Sunday morning or are you?
Saturday night. Saturday night as soon as I'm done. So early Sunday morning. Gotta work at 4 a.m. driving. I got to work at 4 p.m. So.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so driving off the top of my head, we're talking 10 hours?
10 hours, yep.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to figure that out. Trying to do math from Canton, Ohio I'm like, okay, that and then there. So I always forget. I'm going to ask you 100 times. I'm going to try to remember it this time. Are you Eastern or Central Standard Time?
Eastern. So it's almost midnight.
Okay. I feel like a dumbass every time. I'm like, what time? I'm going to jump back to wrestling here just for a minute, kind of get back to who would you like to wrestle in the GCW atmosphere for the first time? It's a thick one. I know. Take your time though. There's some good ones out there. Yeah. Okay. First of all, you would go way over. That would be a great fucking match between you two.
Give me Micro Man. I want the Micro Madness.
With your creativity, that would be awesome.
Give it to me.
Now, I'm going to ask for my match. I'd like to see it over Collective. It looks like it's not happening unless it skipped my, we need to see Brant's guy Jordo against my guy you. When can we get? Hopefully, we can get another. Yeah, we need a Jordo Cole match again. It's been a while. You guys do so well together.
Yeah,
you stretch each other.
We did one in Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah,
a long time ago. Hopefully soon. Brother's been killing it on his world tour. He's been stationed out of England for the past 4 months. I think he did some time in Japan, time in France, time in Germany. Man, Jordan Oliver's killing it right now. So whenever he gets back, I think he's back this week at Mania. So we excited to see him then.
Man, yeah, he's killing out there. Got that world tour, and then he followed up with that awesome like acid shirt that he had with like the bomb on it and the green and shit. That thing was so cool. So another one here I wanted to ask you, what is the largest crowd you've ever performed in front of? Off the top of your head.
Robbie Hammerstein.
Yeah. And what was that roughly? I don't remember.
I think it was over 2,000.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Brant, do you know? Yeah, Brant's
I honestly do not.
Yeah, I heard 2,000. And when I was there, that was... No, yeah, it was 2,000. That's what I heard. Like, it was a little bit over 2,000 even. But, yeah, I was there, and that was, like, that atmosphere and, like, this lead up to the show and everything that was awesome. Like, that was... Never been to New York, and that's what got them getting Hammerstein got me out there. But yeah, that was a crazy show. That the whole show was insane. So I had a question, Cole.
Yeah, go ahead, because I've been barraging him. Please, for a minute, you take over.
Oh, ask away.
No, I was gonna ask the Garbage Daddies. How did that come about, and how quickly did you guys like come up with the name, and shortly after you guys teaming up?
So Brett came up with a name. We were kind of tossed together, and I think it just worked. Me and Alec are honestly, he's one of my best friends. I got to wrestle him from JCW Uncensored when I had the Extreme title, and honestly, it was one of my favorite matches I've had. And I think when you have a guy like Alec, where me and him think a lot of on the same page. We process wrestling the same way. We don't wrestle the same style, which I honestly think really benefits us because there's things that Alec can do that I physically cannot do. And I have some strengths that Alec doesn't have. I just don't know what those are yet, and I don't think they're actually there. But I'm going to ride his coattails till the wheels fall off, Daddy. But again, when you get to team with somebody that's one of your best friends, it comes naturally, and it's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, we see that chemistry coming along too, as we were kind of talking about before. Like you guys have clicked like real fast, but like now with each match you guys get, we see new tandem moves and stuff. And like how you said, I've always kind of had that same thinking with tag teams. Like you guys are two different. I've said that about you guys too. You guys are two different like styles and techniques, but you guys, their creativity and like uniqueness mesh well so good, and it's coming across well as we see with the tandem moves, and it's just been awesome to see. And the chemistry is absolutely shining through each and every match you guys have.
Dude, I'm just gonna double that. I don't have a better way to put it. I'm a big fan of both of you, so it's no bullshit.
It's a lot of fun. Like again, he's such a great wrestler, and we just feed off each other so well. Being two of the crowd favorites is honestly helped us out a lot. And again, it's just one of those things you can't teach chemistry. You can't teach enjoying. Like we are excited to be able to tag with each other. You know, sometimes teams argue and bicker, and we might not have the same thought at the moment, but me and him always work around it together, and that's hard to beat. You know,
match over match, I've seen improvement too. By the way, I was going to say, you guys I've seen the little bits of work that you've put in to make syncopation on tag team moves and whatnot, and it really matters. But right out the gate, when you come out enthusiastic. Alec comes right over top you. I mean, it's a punch right in the face from the beginning before you even get in the match. People are hype. You're both looking at each other as you cross in front of the ring, you know, acknowledging all the fans. Like the whole thing is energy, and it works so well. And you guys could do that singular, but together it's just off the charts energy.
Man, it's so much fun to just be able to wrestle and team with that guy, and to do it all over it's just a blast, man.
So
Now
I'll just ask you here.
Sorry, one more tag team question since we're on it. With all the new tag teams in GCW coming in, and the exciting Punjabi prison match coming up, and all the new teams, what's a tag team that you guys would like to face that you guys haven't faced yet?
Bussy, maybe Fuego del Sol and Sam Stackhouse. They had a really sick match, I believe, in Texas. I think that match would rule. Or I might be thinking Texas. Phoenix, yes, thank you. I was about to say, I think
Phoenix is beautiful.
So honestly, either one of those teams, getting the rest of the Bang Bros in a GCW ring would be awesome. Especially, I think a match in Atlantic City would be insane between the two of us. Yeah, there's a lot of good matches out there.
Yeah, speaking of getting along, the Bang Bros and the Garbage Daddies would be an awesome little match together. You guys would spend a lot of time probably putting something together special too. So, yeah, that would really be something, worth watching down the road here. You have 10 singles titles, 2 tag titles. Is there a possibility the Garbage Daddies may be tag team championships at GCW one day?
I think there's a possibility.
Never say never.
I think the fans are calling for it for sure.
We're calling for it too. We're calling for success on that side. So hopefully we see you do something special there.
You never know, baby.
Yeah. So you're a notorious gearhead and adrenaline junkie. Do you have a car for this summer's Demolition Derby?
Not yet, but we have a Field of Dreams out my dad's side yard. So pick one and go. Yes, sir.
So you pick a baby and go to it, huh?
Yep. Just figure out which one is within the capabilities of running sometime soon, and which one would probably benefit the best car to run for whichever class it would be in, and just got to go off that. You know what I mean?
What class do you like running through, or what? I mean, what do you look? You're mostly looking for Hondas. You're mostly looking for Chevys. What you looking for?
I enjoy.
Sorry, redneck.
No, you're good. Sorry. Toyota's always a good one, and I always love a good Chevy Cavalier.
Gotcha.
I prefer to run the mini cars because they are a lot less building, and this is more of a stock class, and it takes up less time to build, and I don't have much free time as it is. So,
gotcha.
How did you get into Demolition Derby?
My dad did it.
You're the first person I've ever known or talked to that's actually done it. So yeah, how did that come about?
Yeah, man, I did. My dad did them growing up, and I used to send. My dad had a mechanic. My dad owns a mechanic shop. Shout out, Dad.
Hell yeah,
Dad. And I used to sit inside of this mechanic shop in the old derby cars that he would store there, and act like I was doing demolition derbies when I was 3 or 4 years old. And always envisioned doing it. And then I did my first one at 15, won it in my hometown. Wow. And I've been hooked ever since. It's been a couple years since I've done it, but I'm hoping this year's the return of the Mac.
Man, I was in the Hot Wheels heat since year 3.
Yeah.
Since about age 3, bro. I've been Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels, I'd get them all lined up and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
I love it. Good memories.
Hey, you ever thought about flying a helicopter? Because I know you're kind of into doing things.
Yeah, hell no, I'd die. I'm 2 feet on the ground, brother.
Yeah.
2 feet on the ground. I've rolled enough cars to know I don't want to get any higher than that.
Any quads or dirt bikes?
I raced dirt bikes when I was younger. I raced quads when I was younger. I race Hornet cars, which are like Hondas and Toyotas and Dodges that you turn into like little race cars. So I've raced those before. So
Damn, man.
enjoyed it.
So I'll ask you here: death matches, are gussets off the table for you?
Those are the one things that really I'm not a fan of.
Yeah,
Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but I try to make it not happen more times than not.
So you have had one or two then, huh? See, it's skipping my memory if you have or not.
In Japan, and then me and Rena.
Out there in Vegas, huh? Was that main event?
So. I believe
God.
so. I believe
killed
so, or
yourself.
maybe one in Atlantic City.
That was the only time I've ever watched. You were the only performer I have ever watched in the back parking lot walking like Frankenstein to a car after that Yamashita match. Oh, you were hurting.
I have never been more exhausted in my entire life. I remember just being in the car and just not being able to fall asleep. But I am just like coasting. We get to the we get back to the hotel and we're checking in, and there's an issue. Of course there is. And I'm just like halfway falling asleep, just trying to stay awake. And I get back to the hotel room, I take a shower, and man, I just passed out.
Yeah.
Woke up at I think I woke up at like 6 a.m. and I went down to the Denny's down there.
Dude.
Now, were you a fill-in for that match, right? Or for Drew Parker, or was someone
No,
else?
that was the Vegas show before. That was Murdoch, Alex Clone versus me and Rena.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay.
That was the match that made Rena. Las Vegas put her on the fucking map that night.
You think
I remember that. Oh yeah. I think that was her debut, wasn't it?
No.
I think her debut was that night, or no? When was that?
She debuted at AC before, yeah.
Oh, okay.
True, yeah.
Yeah, I felt like Las Vegas really, really, really gave her a lot of love, and it came across well on TV. So sometimes those things roll, show after show. Some group of fans go, shit, she's wild over here. Next week when they go to the show, they cheer the shit out of her too. So take it where you can get it. You doing any fantasy football this year?
I don't know, man. I got clapped last year.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you're doing for fun.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah, you're not doing pay.
No.
What about you, Brent? You doing anything this year?
Probably not. I got too much with this podcast and everything else. I took taking this year off of fantasy baseball even and football. I'm saving some money.
Allegedly.
No, I ain't got no time. I wish I could, but I got
his wife's on the other side of the door with your ear up against it. He's like, "No, I ain't doing shit." Loading up his account for a $500 payout.
I'll type you the league name in the chat.
There you go.
So, being a football fan, who's your go-to team in Madden?
Dolphins.
That's my team too, just because of the offense and good defense. Yeah,
are you serious, both of you?
Yeah,
dude, you fucking chewed me up with Tua.
I'll play with Dolphins.
Dolphins every day,
dude. Yeah, you chewed me up with Tua a couple times. Fucking okay. So I don't have a way to put it, but he would basically run towards the sidelines with Tua. And then I had a defensive guy just coming right up. And as he did, he'd throw the ball right over my fucking head to a receiver. And like every single time, we're talking 8
slam play, baby. Slam play.
Fucks me up every
defense.
Time. Dude, I can't do shit about it. I tried my best. He'd light me up damn near every time. And if I try to go to the receiver before he throws, he just runs upfield on me. I'm like, motherfucker.
I'm the same way. I can't play against other people. I get destroyed against other people. I can't even play online, man. I just like to franchise, offload, and create my teams.
Yeah, I'm an all-pro. I stay in all-pro on my difficulty level. I can't do more than that. I get my shit kicked in any more than that. Okay, so will we see Mayday Jack at GCW's backyard show this year on July 4th?
More than likely, baby.
We have some backyard, like really legit backyard fans. So I always have to throw a little backyard in there just for some of the people out there.
So not this year, but last year when you guys teamed with Manders and that one. How fun was that? And having Alex Colon finally in a backyard show since he refused to do them for the longest time.
Man, that was a lot of fun. I think we were the drunk uncles.
Yep.
Yes.
So it was a good time. I love
That
back
team.
buddies.
Yeah, that team and that match was like the funnest one of the night. You can just see how much fun you guys were all having in the ring. Like I think you even took like with the first bump, like, all right, I'm rolling out. I need 5 minutes. Like you
Man.
even said it out loud. It's awesome.
Backyard is it's a fun time, man. It's a fun experience. The crowd goes there. Everybody's there to have fun, and it's what wrestling is. It's supposed to be fun.
Fuck it. You know what? I
look
like
forward to those shows every year.
Exactly. It's just, it keeps the spirit alive. I mean, everybody's supposed to be in on the joke. Most people are. Some, the critics are like, oh, look what they did. It's like, you're not cool enough to get the fucking joke. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Wrestling's supposed to be fun. Tighten up.
Well, yeah, I look at it like independent wrestling. Some of the things I think of is like, we have people out there that are good runners, but GCW sometimes has somebody that can run and do a flip at the same time. And then there are people bitching going, no, you're only supposed to run. And it's like, well, if you're cool enough to understand, you can do these other things and still enjoy it. So
yeah, man.
Who knows?
And it's fun to have a mixture of everything too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wrestling's not linear.
That's true. Dude. So how many? No, I don't want to ask that because I don't know if you have a number on you. But how many states haven't you been to? I mean, you got to be under 20 now. Under 20, 25 states. I think you've hit. Florida.
I think I've been about 25. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking you've hit
right.
Florida, Georgia. I think you've done New South and Bama. You did North Carolina with Crockett.
Yep.
See, I don't know about Virginia.
I've done a lot. Yeah,
you've done. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know enough to
go
through. I don't know enough to go through all the states. For sure.
I'm too tired. I only had the East Coast on me anyway. That it gets a little fuzzy after my old area.
We've done Iowa, Wisconsin.
So I was gonna ask you too. I saw a telescope a while back at your place. Do you still have that? And what are you doing? Like you just checking out the moon?
Check out the moon, check out different planets, especially like these Indiana summer nights. It's great to go out to a field and just check shit out.
I don't know how much you know. Monthly, generally, there's a pretty good meteor shower. If you go out there, if you can find the dates, it's like once a month. You go out there, and that's when all the activity's hitting in the sky.
Oh, I'm gonna start looking more into that. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Because if you can get a clear night, what I'm saying is there's like once a month, 2-3 days. Sometimes it's just, if you can pinpoint those days, you can make the most of your time. So you're not out there fucking around for one thing when you can hit 7, 8, 9 in an hour. So.
Oh yeah.
Damn, dude. Yeah. There's been it's fun watching some of these guys on YouTube that'll like put a camera on their telescope and look at shit in the sky. And they always find like satellites and shit. And they're like, it's a UFO. I'm like, oh no, generally it's just a satellite.
Yeah, probably not a UFO, but close enough.
Maybe one day we'll see what happens there. Things have been crazy. So
you believe in UFOs? You live in Vegas, so you have to.
Dude, you're already starting a subject here that we shouldn't get into too much. But
do you not believe aliens exist?
No, absolutely. I actually do. I really think about the universe and whatnot, and it's so fucking large. The chances of having intelligent life are just way higher than we think, maybe. Oh yeah,
especially those videos that we got out here in Vegas just recently with that family refusing to, not refusing, but like being held back and not being able to show what they caught on camera is always interesting, especially when it's like out here in your backyard. You hear so much more about it.
Okay, so we get a shit ton of stuff out here in Vegas. A lot of it comes from we're close to Area 51. Part of it is we have a military base, 20 minutes up the road from us here, and I don't know, man. We get some weird shit. I've seen some stuff where it looks like drones, but they're not drones. And this was way before drone times. Yeah, we get some weird shit out here, man. I'm actually totally cool with it. I think it's really kind of cool.
Yeah, I think
I don't know if humanity's
by now they would have.
I think okay. So what I think is if they're intelligent enough to make it here, they're probably intelligent enough to do it quietly, like watch us quietly somehow. Exactly. Like a zoo theory. Like we do with lions, dude. It's like zoo theory. We watch them from afar. We watch what they're doing. We, if there's one that straggles away, maybe we'll fucking tag them and bag them, and it happens. So I don't know. I think about that sometimes. It's a weird one.
Do you think there's government drone pigeons?
That's
least
funny.
one.
That's funny.
Man,
I've heard people say that,
thinking
but I
about
never
that.
took it serious. Uh-oh. What's
Just
up, Brent?
before that, no, because like I went to Walmart just like before we started recording, and like I just saw like a bunch of pigeons just standing there, like as a car's like driving right at them. It's like, wait, are they like motion sensor? Like, how come none of these ones are moving at all? There's like a group of 20. Like, what is like? It was so weird because like they're all just frozen, and like a car almost hit them, and like none of them moved. Like, are they gonna like wait for one of them to move and start flying away? Like, I was actually like thinking about that just earlier.
So you believe that there are drone pigeons
I do.
I
At least
wonder.
in
I
the
don't
world.
know. I don't think so.
in the world? Do you think there's
Oh,
one?
in the world?
Oh yeah.
As
yeah,
a program for something like CIA or something for spying, I would say it's a very high possibility
Absolutely.
because
That-
it
you don't
had
think
to have
there's
at least
not
been thought of
one
once.
in the world?
I think it's
No, I
possible
think
to
there's
have
one,
like
yeah, at least.
I think there's at least one in the world. I don't think it's too far.
I'll give you one. I'll give you one or
Yeah.
two. Well, I mean,
Out
somebody's
of
had to have
all
tried
the
it.
different countries with all the different forms of
Yeah.
spying.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tell me there's not one fucking pigeon.
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. Like a Wi-Fi pigeon.
These pigeons are gonna start being the bombs that just drop right in, and it's just gonna be a pigeon going on.
Exactly.
You know what's fucked up though is if one of them falls and falls apart. If someone finds that, the internet's gonna go fucking wild with conspiracy even harder.
Oh yeah.
I cannot wait.
Okay, so we're gonna go in that route. I usually ask this question of everybody. Do you have a ghost story for me, Cole? You ever had something happen to you that's like, oh shit, just kind of
absolutely.
gotcha.
Absolutely. Yeah. So growing up in Spencer, I lived on a house on Main Street. And the house when I was younger, I was in the basement and I kind of got lost. Like there was this whole bunch of sort of different passages. Well, come to find out, the house was the second to last stop in Indiana for the Underground Railroad. That in the house there used to be tunnels that would lead up to another house that was on a road called Hillside Drive. That was down the block. It was a house on a hill. So I remember when my parents moved in there and we were renovating it. They pulled up the old floor. There's newspapers from 1909 and
Wow.
all this stuff underneath the house. So there would always be doors would just shut randomly, and my parents would always just tell us it's the wind or the airflow in the house. Mainly the door upstairs that was goes into my bedroom, my sister's bedroom. I would always sleepwalk in this house. I would always sleepwalk from my bedroom to the living room, and I would fall asleep on the couch, which is fine if I slept everywhere else. But I never slept walk at my dad's house or all my friends' houses or anything like that. I do remember I came home one day and I walk into my house and I'm calling out for whoever's home. Nobody's home. I walk into the living room and I hear a loud and clear, "Hey," right beside me. And I was I thought it was my sister because I thought somebody was following me from the dining room into the living room. So I turned around and I was like, "Hello?" Didn't see nothing. I checked the windows and everything's shut. Nobody's walking by. So I go up and every window in this house is shut. And these are thick, old windows. This house is old as hell. So that freaked me out. And then you would just hear knocking, or you would hear the steps, because our steps are old and they would always creak. You just hear at night, and you just eventually got used to it.
With all the traveling you've done, have you ever stayed at a hotel or a house that you think that had horror stories in the past, or no?
I mean, I've definitely seen some hotels that I would believe had ghosts in it for sure. And the only thing I could say is I've had lights turn off before, but I didn't know if it was faulty wiring or stuff like that. But nothing honestly that sticks out. I've had hotels that have had weird setups, but nothing honestly that sticks out. I would say just my apartment. I see cabinets shut all the time and open.
Really?
2 or 3 times it's happened. And And everybody else thinks I'm crazy because it is a new apartment complex, but you don't know what used to be here before.
I was about to say, you
Right,
don't know what was
the
built on.
land.
Yeah.
A lot of
Exactly.
Indians through that area. I know Ohio and Indiana for sure all had Indians, a lot of Indian tribes.
So exactly, you don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they're on the land or they lived on the land, sometimes that some people feel that makes an impression on the area. So I had a friend, we would stay over sometimes and all of a sudden we'd smell cigars out of
Really?
nowhere. And it would just come out of nowhere. And every now and then we'd hear a noise in the attic. We got to a point to where we wouldn't even want to go up there anymore just because we'd never see anything. But also it was kind of weird. But nobody smoked in the house. And every now and then we're like, oh yeah, maybe someone's sneaking it. No, we used to have that. And it was just the weirdest damn thing. But this is another one. And I'll explain this to you, Brant. A lot of underground railroad houses when you go to the small towns with old homes, a lot of them, because they stopped off in those. I had another buddy who had one of those homes and we didn't like going to the basement. It was just the oddest feeling. And even as teenage
was
boys,
so
we'd go in pairs.
Yeah, it was always uncomfortable. I didn't like
Dude.
being there.
We didn't like going down there at all. We had a door put on the basement and we just kept the door shut. Like just shut it and kept it shut because it felt so weird. So another one, my friend had a kitten that he lost and he would lay in bed and there were a couple of times where he could see imprints where it looked like an animal was crawling into his bed and then it would settle like in a ball on his beds. And he was young, so he always thought it was just his cat. So he just would roll over and fall asleep. And of course it could be imagination or it could be him, you know. So that was another one. I don't know, Brant, your turn, buddy. You got to share with the group now. You can't just listen to stories.
I swear. I honestly don't. I don't have anything. Maybe the one craziest thing about it, like I thought maybe it was just like people coming up on the house. Like I was at my aunt's house and like there's just me and my two cousins and we were just no adults in the house, so we were just kind of going crazy, loud music and stuff. And like all of a sudden we heard like the ruffling outside, like there was like bushes right outside the windows, and we heard like ruffling, and then like we just heard like, "Hey, anybody there?" But I was like, we kind of froze and stopped, and then kind of freaked out and called like parents and aunts, but that was it. Like it was nothing like big. So I just assumed it's somebody probably creep up on the house trying to steal something or break in or something. But I don't honestly have like any scary, like nothing ghost stories like that to bore anyone with.
So I haven't had a chance to just say hey to Warrior, hey to Kev's Bootlegs, hey to Reed. They stopped in. Generally, we at least try to say hello or mention them at all, and I haven't had a chance to here. Luna, Warrior has a Luna also. Dude, I was looking at a golden doodle because I'm allergic to dogs, and I got 2 golden retrievers. So I may have to go with the golden doodle.
Warrior's Warrior's one of my buddies. He I don't know if I would call him a warrior, but he's he's a little guy that I allow to play Rocket League and Call of Duty sometimes with me. I have to carry him a lot, so
shit, he's shit talking.
Shots fired.
It's not shit talking if it's the truth, but he's a good guy. He does commentary for Paradigm Pro, so shout out him.
Oh, sweet.
Shout out
Fuck yeah,
AJ. So,
what's your thought on the new Call of Duty, the new map and season?
It's fun, but Rebirth is coming back tomorrow, baby.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow.
Oh. Okay.
So once I get done with Mania week, we're back. We're all the way back.
Damn. I don't know if I've shot you my name and shit on there. I'm gonna have to get on. I don't play much Warzone. I gotta practice up on that. I'm just doing multiplayer all day long. So no, I'll practice. I'll check it out.
It's crazy. So I've been playing Rocket League, and now when I play Warzone, I'm a lot better.
Ooh, you know what? We just got a question. Go ahead, Brant. We just got a question. It's really good.
The question's more important, so I'm gonna push it up here.
Yeah,
Cole. Do you have any plans or dreams to do something in wrestling from the promotion or training side? That's a great question.
Honestly, so if I ever got to a point where like I am confident enough and people would be confident enough in me to be training, I think I would love to do that. I would love to be assisting. I enjoy getting to run my own promotion and I run my own shows in Spencer, Indiana. So I enjoy getting to do that. honestly, I enjoy being a part of wrestling in all aspects. If I can be beneficial to wrestling, or if I can give back to wrestling, or help out a younger talent in wrestling, I would really enjoy doing something like that. Absolutely. Kev's Bootlegs said, new South Park game just came out. What is the game called? Because
It's good.
I'm
Snow
about
Day.
to.
I love it.
Is
It's a good ass game.
Is it on like Xbox and stuff like that?
PlayStation, Xbox.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Should be
download it on Steam. I'm gonna have to download all the South Park games because I've never played any of them. So I want to download
Dude,
all of them and play them.
The first two
They've
are
gotten better.
fucking awesome. They are really, really good. This new one
Are
is more
they
like
good to stream?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They got
There's
good
one
fucking jokes
scene.
in 'em and everything.
Yeah.
I know there's one scene that might be tough, but I can always just change it to something else.
Yeah, there's a couple scenes in the first ones that were kind of iffy. I remember like when I first saw it, I'm like, holy god! So I felt bad for somebody who was streaming that.
Ooh, Reed has a question here.
done
He
it-
said, Cole, if you had the chance to get on the Pat McAfee show, what's the main topic you want to talk about? That's a good one.
Shout out P Mac.
Fucking Colts.
I was about to
Yep.
say, I was gonna ask you if you still had that.
What do you think I would do with it, bro? Are you
I don't
kidding
know.
me? That's
Like, I know, like
there-
you're so happy when you first got it, and like it was such a
Dog.
cool moment.
like I sent a message to somebody like, when I die, like what if because I think I want to be cremated because I personally, but like the helmet's coming with me. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
that's non-negotiable. The helmet's coming with me.
That's me and my Sammy Sosa bad. That's the one thing I'll never get rid of, and
I'll never get rid of it. The fact that I got it signed personally, like I
Yep.
know that he signed it. The main topic I would talk about, honestly, is both of our ambitions for wanting to get into wrestling and his side of getting into it, and just seeing how he's turned. All of his guys on his show are getting into the new wrestling game. Like, how sick is that? You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Imagine you and your boys doing a talk show and then figuring out a way to now where you're into a wrestling video game together. Like that's pretty sick.
I'm technically in a wrestling game. I'm in WWE 2K23. I was fucking around and just threw it on there. And if you go back and look, like there's people that were downloading me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, what the hell? I got a download count. Like, what the fuck? So I think like one or two people downloaded my ass. I'm like, wow, all right, well.
Oh, hell yeah.
But wow.
So-
yeah, that's a good
Going
question.
back to giving back to like wrestling when you're done, have you done any seminars? 'Cause I've seen like a couple people just recently, like they're still very active and kind of still young and doing seminars still for the young. And I think that's good. They're not just getting the old heads kind of old point of view. They're getting somebody's point of view that's going through it right now. Have you done any, or do you have plans on doing that?
I've never been personally asked to do seminars. I don't know if I would do one. Again, it goes off the fact of I don't know if I'm a person people would want to learn from. I think that's a pretty high honor. That's a pretty high, you're teaching somebody what you believe is right and wrong. And I do think of wrestling in a different way, and I think of wrestling, I think in a unique way. But wrestling's based off perspective. Wrestling is an art form. Like I could teach you one way, but that doesn't mean it's the right way because there's 100 other wrestlers that do what I do better, do some things that I do better, and there's things I think I do better. So I could teach somebody, how I do things and what my perspective is. But I never want to be someone that's saying, "Well, you're right," or "You're wrong," and I'm right, and listen to me. So it would be cool. I think I would enjoy it maybe in a couple of years or if somebody asked me to, but it would just got to be based off of that.
I think it'd be cool. Like, I think it's good for like younger wrestlers to get all these different points of view and different styles and different like mindsets. Cause like, as you said, not like, I don't even want wrestling to be a uniform thing. I just want like people that go to these seminars, like pick what's going to work for you and like use it. But like, obviously not every word's going to be by the Bible and for everybody. So I think like someone like you and everybody like in GCW that's still like, especially right now, going through it and seeing how the wrestling's kind of evolving and changing from how it was back in the day, especially with the independent scene. I think you all the talent could have a lot of positive things to say to, especially the younger talent kind of coming up nowadays.
Absolutely, and I just want to be able to give people a different perspective and give people a different way to this thing about wrestling and to understand that there's different ways to go about what we do. You know what I mean?
Now, what's like the worst? Like, if you've ever gone to a seminar or training, like, what's your worst like story for that?
No names need to be provided if you don't
Yeah,
want
no
to.
names. Yeah,
Yeah, we're pretty good with anonymity.
Just doing a lot of
Calisthenics and shit. Like
yeah,
running ropes,
yeah,
running
yeah,
ropes
yeah.
like some asshole talks to you for an hour and a half.
yeah. We had that story with Sam Stackhouse telling us about that.
Yeah, just a lot of running.
Yeah. Oh man, what's up? Bizzard's in here too. Yeah, what is that? It's actually Cole Radrick.
Cool,
yeah,
shit.
Bizzard's a big Cole Radrick fan, so that works out for him. He's happy. Oh man, let's see here. What? I wanted to mention kudos on your recent singles match with Kevin Blackwood, man. Anytime you're in there with another guy who can just do his shit, you never disappoint. And I don't feel like we get to see that side of you often until we get you into a singles match and get you in there with someone who can roll with you. And every time, man, you make it look good. I'm hoping we see, I don't know. I love your singles. I love your doubles right now. The Garbage Daddies is the new thing, but I love to see that you always have that singles to come back to here at some point. And you just make it look so fucking good.
It's a lot of fun just to be able to go out there and just wrestle whoever. And I have a lot of fun being adaptable to wrestling. So that's what I enjoy doing.
That's one thing we've always kind of.
Sheets by far. Wawa, I'm only doing with breakfast, or I'll just go in there and get a Red Bull and chocolate mocha and some pretzels, and I'll go about my day. Not a big Wawa guy.
I hear that a lot. Not a lot of Wawa fans.
Here's my thing, though.
Sheets to Wawa Zero on our podcast.
Here's my thing, though, is I don't even prefer Sheets, honestly. Like, if you're gonna ask me my gas station, like number one,
yeah,
it is absolutely Casey's gas station. Gotta get that
pizza?
Casey's pizza. Yeah, gotta get the pizza.
That's Midwest.
Shout out Kevs.
Yes, I'm actually about to post Kevs because I actually just have mine sitting right here. His first Patreon card signed by Ratty Daddy. Had no clue. I have my first one too.
No shit.
Who's your Ratty Daddy, baby?
One of my first ones sitting. I keep all of them sitting right here, but yeah, this was one of the first ones I got, and I loved it because I think this was like the first one. Like, I was able to tell who it was. Oh yeah, he's got all his posted back there.
You got one, or do I have one?
I got two from Billy Starks, and I got one from Brett Lauderdale that says "Where the hose at in Texas."
Where the hose at?
That's what I got. So yeah,
what a company guy that bird is.
Man. Oh yeah, I have Ratty Daddy front and center here. This is actually from the first time that we'd seen you. Just put an impression on us, and it just worked out that way. And who knows?
All right. We have another question here from the chat. Anyone in the business who prefers deep house or techno music as their comfort music?
That's interesting.
That's an interesting one, yeah.
I mean, do you technically count lo-fi?
We're counting it tonight.
Lo-fi could be kind of
techno-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, techno.
Ish.
What's your comfort music?
Get a little.
Or does it depend on obviously the mood?
Honestly, I just listen to a lot of podcasts, but if I had to say anything, it's probably lo-fi, honestly. Like when I get on airplanes, I'll just put on lo-fi to go to sleep.
So outside the McAfee podcast, what's your other to-go podcasts?
The Trenches with Zaire Franklin and EJ Speed. Hi, Turtle!
She's getting ready to go to bed, so just wanted to come up and say hi real quick. So we're talking mad shit about you.
No, I would never.
No, he didn't.
Now you're a kid, though.
I know how to cook your eggs.
Exactly. She's the best.
Oh man,
they're the best.
We try to be nice. Try. We're brutal. We talk mad shit once you leave, Joe. Cole.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was going somewhere with the question. I forget what the hell it was. Oh, there was something I had an idea for you, dude. Old school Booker. I would have planted you in the crowd back in the day, and I would have asked for a challenger from the audience. And then I think that's how I would have introduced you to the company. I think I would have loved to do that, but put you in the ring, had you go over, you'd have been amazing face from that day forward. I think that's what I would have loved to do with you, like in the 1960s.
Yeah, way back in the day, that would have been sick. Absolutely.
OG. Hell yeah.
Well, when you were at
I'm-
Ring of Honor, was there any like how did that come about and like what was that experience like? Because I know it kind of blew up with the spot of you getting pounced out of the ring, but or outside of the ring. But
yeah.
Damn.
what was that experience like?
Yeah, man, it kind of came about pretty quickly. Like on Monday, they asked me to go get my blood work. Tuesday, I got my blood work. And then I believe it was Saturday, I headed up to Cleveland, Ohio, did that. But what was crazy is I had a 6:20 a.m. flight out of Indianapolis Sunday morning to make. I believe it was the Brooklyn show. Not the one I wrestled Jordan Oliver, but I think I was in a 4-way tag. And so I remember getting leaving the show at 12:30, and it being a 5-hour drive back to Indianapolis. So barely made my flight in time, but doing Ring of Honor was awesome. It was a fun experience, and it was a good time.
Man, you took some shit out there, and you still got your personality across. That's what I thought was cool. So many people were like, "Who is this guy?" I heard he's got a lot of personality. Another one said, I like likability. And there was another one that they put another word, but they were all good things that were coming out where just based on the mannerisms that you were using, you came across. And once again, that's something that other people can't do. They can't be you. And it just, you've got you down pretty good, luckily. And it worked out.
Yeah, very lucky.
Yeah, to stand out in like a 2-minute match like that, that's like is a kind of a no name to a lot of people. Yeah, in 2 minutes, like no one really ever stands out. You just like, okay, that was a quick match, and that's it. But you found a way to stick out there, and I think it was for the good because, as you said, it kind of brought a lot more eyes to your name that a lot of people maybe not didn't hear about.
Bizzard asking. He's asking, did you meet Tony Khan backstage? You said no. Yeah, that's a busy man. He's on that cocaine speed. He's like, boom. It's hard to catch him anymore. Hey, look, you know, it is what it is. No, I'm not. I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying he whizzes around like one. That's for sure. So that's my dude. So what you thinking? Should we maybe look at seeing if Cole wants to tear apart a match real quick? Do you have enough time to maybe tear apart a match there, Cole?
Yeah, I got time for one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do it. So what are you thinking here? Ready. We doing the Cole Radrick or invite, the one that put Cole over with the fans like crazy?
I don't know. I just gotta kind of look there. He might prefer the other one we were talking about.
I'm down with you.
Oh, yeah. What was that other one? What was that other one? It was the one with
the Effie one.
I like that one too. No. You mentioned that Effie.
I'm down with either.
The one.
Yeah,
let's get that
Effie one then.
Yeah.
I was more so looking at this message I got. That was my favorite.
Oh, okay. I was like,
don't
I just figured like sometimes, you know, like that's probably the match you get talked about or always everyone else wants to hear about. So I kind of didn't want to go to the normal thing that you probably are sick and tired of.
Oh, I'm not sick and tired of nothing, baby.
All right, let me just pull it up here real fast. Oh, nope, not that one. It is this one. And I am going to, I don't know how the boxes are going to work, so I'm going to have to figure this one out. This is our first time kind of doing a watch along with it. So there we go.
Look at that.
Boom. All right.
Fancy. Shit's in HD
now,
too.
Yeah. And this one is in
short hair Effie too.
Yeah. Little OG Effie. That's after the Jedi braid.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to turn the sound down too so we could hear. And here we go. If it's too low, let me know. I don't know how it sounds with you guys.
You'll want to turn it up probably a little
bit. Turn it up?
More.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll turn it down here when Cole has something to say. What's your favorite venue to wrestle at?
It was the Carousel Room in Atlantic City. Probably now. I'm thinking. I would say the UCC in LA or Emporium for freelance wrestling in Chicago. Thalia Hall that GCW runs in Chicago is also pretty sick as well.
I like Talia Hall.
Let me whine for a second. Talia Hall's getting the Las Vegas show. That hurts right here. That hurts right here, dude. Turtle lost her shit. She's like, you got to be kidding me. No, he's like, we get one show a year. I said, listen, we've got LA and now we have Phoenix. We'll take that for right now. But yeah, we're hoping for a makeup date at some point. Fingers crossed.
What's the talent think about the difference between the terminal and the carousel room?
I would say
I know us fans.
There's a lot of sentimental value.
There's
a lot of sentimental value with the talent about the carousel room, but there's so much potential with the terminal.
Brant, can you turn it down to what, 720 or 480? Because what it's doing is it's on this side of the feed. It's like clipping funky. There you go. That should clean it up.
I just turn it down.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Let's see here.
It's a little better.
A little bit better. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, if it gets more, we'll just have to go down one more. But okay.
Yeah. Because obviously it looks good on my end because I'm the source of
it. It's starting to get better on my end.
What's Effie talking about here? Do you remember? Or is he just shitting on you?
I don't. I think it's the stuff with him and Charles Mason.
Moxley.
Gosh. You know,
Maybe.
I gotta say, Effie looks 10 times better now that he put that muscle on.
Yeah, and I lost a little bit of weight too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're definitely heavier here than usual.
A little bit.
Than now. Heavier than now. Yeah.
A little chunky. World famous arena. Paradigm Pro runs there quite often. Shout out, Bro Rogan.
Bro Rogan.
Bro Rogan. And also Jimmy. Jimmy's okay.
Yeah. When Emil and Sam were on here, we were actually talking about how some of these guys will put on clinics, and it's like you're on the ropes while they talk to you for 45 minutes, and then they charge you $50. And thanks. Yeah, you could have done that on Tuesday morning at the regular stretching, but now you're paying some asshole to fucking run ropes for $40.
Were you also at the backstage?
This is the one.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, this is the one where he dipped you, right? And you dipped him like you were dancing or whatever.
Never know.
Sorry, Brand. Like I said, I'm tired. I kind of run over people. And
I just had a question. Were you backstage at the Ric Flair's last match when GCW invaded? Is that remember?
Absolutely.
That?
Yeah, I was in the ring for the invasion.
Okay. I was gonna say, any stories about that with all the talent and all the different eras of wrestling there? Any cool fun stories?
He was the beer carrier, I believe.
Yeah, me and Big Vin. Yeah. No, man, just seeing a lot of talent throughout the years, just being there was pretty cool. Seeing all the people walk around, that was a lot of fun. And a dip.
There's the dip.
Yeah, this is what I remember this match. Okay, here we go. Look at that mustache too.
I think that was also one of the coolest things I've seen GCW do was being able to invade the invasion of the Ric Flair's last match in that pre-show Rumble. That was just awesome. Seeing hearing Nick Gage's music and seeing GCW Long Live, that was just a goosebumps moment, man.
It was sick.
I just think it's cool that you decided to mind fuck the mind fucker, which I think is great. That added a really good dimension to it, honestly.
Nice scars on the back.
I'm about to say, are those still the scars from the Vite, or that's got to be something else?
The train track ones, but yeah, that's from Vite.
Wow.
There's a specific light tube shot.
How close were you to never wrestling again in GCW after almost taking the chandelier out with the ladder?
Hey, that's what's the fun part about that match. It was almost the end of my career and the beginning of my career. So.
Yep.
I was like right away, like, oh my god. Oh,
Yeah, try being in the
KG.
moment, bro.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, no way.
yeah.
Ben was, yeah, I saw Ben just outside, like losing his mind, but hearing like KG, Brett just had 5 heart attacks was hysterical.
Dude.
Yeah, I had a heart attack. Don't you worry about it.
You really
Could you
had to make
imagine
that
having to
jump count
replace
then?
that? Oh.
Yeah,
Bizard
I
said he
would-
can't wait for Flair's last match too. Dude, Flair's gonna have matches, and Flair's probably gonna have a casket match in his casket. It's possible. We're gonna weekend at
Don't
Bernie's
give him any
him
ideas,
across
man.
the. It's gonna be like Yoshihiko
That's gonna be Joey Janela's spring
Yeah.
break next year. Casket match.
casket match. So I'm still saying I want to pitch another thing where we have like a Halloween show where the wrestlers dress up as their favorite wrestler, and I think we need to do that. I think that'd be cool
Yeah.
as shit. Everybody
I
comes
love
out
this
as their
1-inch
favorite.
punch.
The 1-inch punch, we haven't seen that in a while.
Oh no.
That's a fun little thing.
It's
You may have
jumping
to
up a
turn
bit.
it down a little more, Brant, because it's
I was just about to say, yeah, it's kind of been gone for a
it's
little bit.
skipping. Can you turn it down one more, Brant, to 480 or whatever? Because it's still skipping on our end.
Okay, because yeah, I kind of lost you two there for a minute.
You're good.
Yep. I don't know. I think that might have ruined it. But
We killed it.
Down, ruined
Push
We
it.
pause.
killed it. Just at a good
let
part.
me
Look
see
at
here.
that, though. We paused it at a
No.
beautiful part.
What a moment.
Let's see.
Look at that. We killed it.
Look at that. Look at that smile. Yeah.
That's happiness.
That's the look of love. That's the look of love right there.
That's happiness right there.
Okay, I guess it's. Hold on.
Let's see. Bizzard mentioned that
There we
Bray
go.
Wyatt doc. I have not seen it yet. I heard it's like tears for a lot of people. Fucking dancing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
No.
is giving you trouble. It's your internet.
Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit.
And you killed Effie.
Go back. Go back. Hit
Back
pause.
further? Okay.
Let it buffer.
Let's see here.
Let it breathe. Let it breathe.
Speaking of, I also wanted to say we
All
haven't.
right.
I haven't
Farther
watched
or
the Life of
we
Alley
good?
Catch yet.
Try that. Yeah, try that from there. It should be enough buffer.
All right.
Not lag, hopefully. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no! I wish I knew better. I'd watch
Maybe
it
I'll-
from my end.
Maybe I'll catch up.
Oh, here we go. Okay, it caught up.
Oh, I might be ahead of you guys. Okay.
He's got the fucking back of his hair. He's fucking running his fingers through his hair.
Oh no! He got the hard punch. He got it. Referee needs to check on Effie's condition here. He's out. Effie is out.
Best kick out ever.
Cole left himself wide open for that. And that
Ooh, karaoke streams. I kind
Never.
of like that idea. Cole
No,
doing some
no, no,
karaoke
no, no,
streams
no.
now.
Okay, I would never do it, but I do
No.
have one song. I have one song I'll sing. And I
We
don't
can't
care.
make that like one of those little goals here on Twitch. Like if we get $100, we got to sing a song.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, $300. Absolutely.
There we go. See, there's always a price.
300.
My only
Yeah.
one, I have one song I'd be willing to sing, and it'd be "Friends in Low
Fergalicious.
Places."
I've got friends
Simple.
in low
Plus, it's a
places.
sing along, so I suck singing. Then people will sing along with me. It's simple. That's a good visual right there.
Wear him out in the ropes before referee forces the break. Just a club to the back there from Effie.
Oh yeah, it's skipping here and there, but it's okay.
So, in your time in GCW, who do you? What's a wrestler that you've kind of seen grow over those years the most? In your
Gordon Oliver,
opinion?
baby.
Who was that?
Gordon Oliver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Jordan Oliver, Nick Wayne, Billy Starks. There's a lot.
Yeah, Jordan.
You know, a switch flipped in Jordan one day. You can kind of tell, and then ever since then, it was just balls to the wall for him.
Oh yeah, one of the best out there for sure.
Yeah.
Proud of him. Proud of him. It's good he's back too.
Yeah, I'm excited to see my boy.
Oh yeah.
Mm. So you guys were backstage before this match, and you're like, "I'm gonna fuck with him," and then you guys kind of talked it out. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And
yeah,
how much planning did it take?
Not that much. Yeah, not much. It's me and Effie. It's again, you're working with somebody that you love and trust as a professional. It's a lot easier. It's pretty easy.
Oh.
Man. Why anybody wants to do a chair that way still kills me. That's the hard way, man.
No give for sure.
Nah. That's like when someone does the chair upside down, lands on the chair upside down. It's like, God damn.
Oh, this one's pretty cool. That was cool.
Okay, Bizzard asks, so we're gonna ask you.
Oh,
You ever got nervous?
No, never. I make sure.
Not even.
I
like
make sure I take care of it.
Okay.
No, I make sure I go right. If I have to go before the match, brother, I'll go. I'll make my entrance from the restroom. I promise you that much.
Dude, I've heard of so many people accidentally get bitten by pre-workout.
I've heard it too, but
the old fiber
that ain't
slip.
me.
Yeah.
We've had Joey come out of the pool for backyard. We gotta see someone coming out of a. Oh no, I think we see Jimmy Lloyd come out of a porta potty.
I think so too.
Yeah. What's the worst bump you've taken?
Oh shit, that's a good question.
It was actually in the old ring that used to be on this venue. Probably one of my least favorites.
Get this fucking shit.
Top rope DVD. That was rough.
Now you're not a high flying type of guy either, are you? So
I used to be.
So
not much anymore.
I walked over Brant's question there. Who was it that was with you on that top rope?
Shane Mercer.
Oh jeez. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you're in good hands up there.
I'm about to say, how easy does he make you feel like up when he's holding you up top? For,
I feel like I weigh like 2 pounds. It's not fun. 2 pounds. I feel like
that's another.
I feel like a very small man.
He makes a lot of people probably look and feel that way.
Yeah.
Even when he did it to Tank Man, that was insane. Oh, whoa! This isn't. What was the venue? What was this venue called again?
It's the arena in Jeffersonville.
The arena was okay. That's what I was thinking.
We're on acid. I remember when people were making signs like that off and on.
Oh,
we're on acid signs.
You see the replay once again. That senton over the rail into the front row.
Biz asked, "Have you met Paul London?"
Yeah, at a freelance show. He's a
backstage
cool dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
cuts him in half with the spear.
Yeah, he's a sick dude.
What wrestler have you learned the most from that showed up in GCW locker room?
Effie. Effie's taught me a lot. You even listen to guys like him and Mance Warner before Mance became an asshole. You know what I mean?
Trying to get back to his feet right now. Spin kick to the head. Bottom rope. Stunner.
Yeah, it's pretty much froze for me on my end.
Yeah.
There we go. That's okay.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking at.
I think it's the
Sack rider. Cole had it scouted.
Man, this.
Yeah, they had a great run. Their side the ring off their entrance was sick.
Oh yeah, they were one of my most favorite tag teams just because their energy and they were just something different. It was good.
London and Kendrick. I think both of them did some crazy work in TNA back in the day.
I'm not too sure, honestly.
I know Kendrick.
I know Kendrick for sure.
Yeah.
No, Brian Kendrick.
I love that character too. Him, but making that character was really good too. Yeah.
I really felt like they didn't get enough of a handshake over in WWE at that time. There's a hell of a
Got a
tag
couple
team.
tag-
thing.
Got a couple tag belt runs, I believe.
Yeah, they were like on SmackDown every week. Like that was like the one match I didn't turn the channel or nothing. Like I was watching their tag teams.
Did them and the
That's
Hardys
kind of what
ever
got me
go off
back
on
into
each other?
wrestling.
I believe so.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
a good match.
they were involved in a 4-way tag ladder match.
That's about that's Shark Boy.
Licked his fingers. Fuck.
What's been like the one wrestler that you got in the ring with that you kind of like an awe that you're in the ring with them?
Yoshihiko.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another. Yeah, we got a lot. I have some questions on that, but I know that's a story in itself. That was to be out there in front of like especially the UCC collective crowd and main eventing that night with Yoshihiko. Like, what was the process and going through your head at that time?
Good question.
Just making sure I don't shit the bed.
Yeah, because that's like
sure
a
I'm not
spotlight
horrible.
all on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Singular performance, no stress.
That son of a bitch.
You
The hell?
tossing Yoshihiko like halfway across the UCC into the brick wall was a sight to see. That was fun.
Yep.
Well, it's
Gotta
just an
throw it.
honor, you know, to be stepping in there and being like, all right, I get Yoshihiko for one. And there's so many singular performances with Yoshi that, yeah, there's got to be a
I'm
little
not gonna
stress
show
there to
murder on
perform
screen.
because so many people have performed.
All right. Oh, sorry, wrong one. All right, I am going. We don't want to see a murder happen here, so
Not
we'll go
my
back.
acting.
Yeah, so Yoshihiko, like, who came to you with that one? Like, was that
Just
DDT?
announced.
Yeah.
I found out what everybody else did.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. No, like, how much time did you have before that match? About a couple weeks?
I think they announced it the week before.
Week before.
Blizzard's asking about, wasn't GCW one of the first indies to get back at it after COVID? They were at
They
it
went through
during COVID,
Yep.
doing
Yep.
everything they could to keep entertainment rolling when there really wasn't much.
Absolutely. We
You
did
were out
shows
there
at the
doing it,
Voltage.
too.
Yep, Voltage Lounge. We did COVID. We did the spacing shows, the 6-foot social distancing shows. We did all that.
Wasn't your first match at the Voltage off the top of my head? Or
Yep. Double
Damn.
match.
what was that recent venue?
I was
Brand?
just about to say that. I was just about that's the same thing. Like, I think we're on the same
The one
page.
in
Like, we got
the one in Hartford or
Rochester.
Rochester.
Yeah. How
Voltage
did that feel?
vibes.
Pretty similar to Voltage?
Yeah, pretty close, honestly.
Without the bar to jump off of, it looked like.
Yeah, without the bar to jump off of, pretty close.
Dude, I was looking forward to maybe someone trying to go off the second balcony there. Because that
New
balcony.
York, brother.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Shout out Athletic Commission.
I wish they
Well-
would kind of bring those back in the day, the GCW when they're on IWTV, like the pop-up videos, like the old school, like when they were talking about the New York show. I think it was Joey Janela's like return or something like that, or Lost in New York, and like they brought up like, hey, this commission, we couldn't do this spot because the commission and stuff like that. I like those backstage stuff.
Wrestling in New York is a lot of fun, brother. I enjoy it. Crowds are always great. So,
I'll throw the pipe bomb. Who has the better fans, Philly or New York? Oh, that's a
I
rough
love
one.
them
I
all,
know.
baby.
Yeah,
Love them all.
good answer there. Good answer.
Righty daddy country everywhere, brother. What are you talking about?
Truth.
Yes.
Gosh.
Let's see here. Okay, nope.
This is the part where we have to beg for Las Vegas, like Cole's going to be the one to book it. So
I'll see
I
next
know.
time.
Yeah, we had a feeling that basically it got booked before the local guy had a chance to book it, kind of thing. So a lot of local wrestlers lost out on money there, so that kind of stinks. But it'll get made up, I'm sure. They're pretty good about making it up. So we'll see what happens.
Chicago has a great fan base for sure.
Awesome fan base.
They have a great fan base. They show up for sure.
Dude,
One thing
Phoenix
too that
was hot,
became
too.
oh yeah, Phoenix was really
Phoenix
hot.
was electric.
Yeah, that was definitely a fun show.
That was debut show too.
Yep. With like you wrestling like in Vegas, like the local promotions like Rap House and stuff. Like, what's one of your favorite local, like not GCW but other
Grap
independent
House for sure.
promotions? Grap House.
I love doing Grap House. I love doing Emerge Wrestling, doing freelance wrestling. You know, all those shows are awesome. Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Dude, Kev's in here. He said Tijuana has the wild crowd. Yeah, are you down in Mexico right now, Kev? Because I know that he was on Twitter saying that I think he was going to head down there for a show. Blizzard's asking, Cole, do you play NBA 2K, and what's your build if you do?
I do not play NBA 2K. I'm currently grinding NASCAR 5, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, how's that?
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy playing. I don't know, man. I'm a racing guy by heart. It's what I do.
You do any like the iRacing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen one of those streams. I mostly catch it like on Rocket League or Call of Duty, but
No,
iRacing,
you
I know
gotta
is
see one of those.
going. Yeah,
I love
intense,
iRacing.
man.
Yeah, I think I sit there and watch you in the funny cars or some shit. I can't remember what I'm watching.
Dirt cars usually.
Yeah. Also, yeah, he went to the CMLL pay-per-view. All right, sweet. Damn, man.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. It's kind of cool being in the Southwest United States if you can get in like that triangle of like Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Phoenix. There's usually some decent wrestling going on. And the only thing that sucks is we're on an island out here, so you get to know your locals pretty good. I mean, we know our locals from San Francisco all the way down to Phoenix. You're going to see most of them at the same shows out here. Not as much movement with talent, it seems to be on the West Coast. Bizzard, do you guys think Rocky's going to get hurt at Mania? I'm pretty stoked for Mania. You're just banking on him being older. And you know what? I'll tell you right now, The Rock is the king of preparation. So if anything happens, it'll 100% just have to be, accident and maybe a little bit of age.
So I want to piggyback off of that. Cole, if you were to do Bloodsport, who would you like to do Bloodsport against? Yo-ya. That's a good one.
No shit, really? Huh. Wow.
Yo-ya
have you had any training in MMA?
Yeah, a little bit when I was younger, but it's been a while.
But you have a head for it, so you could get in there and put a pretty good match together then.
I think we would have a unique fight for sure.
Yeah. God, that would be kind of interesting to see. God, what do we got here? We got Collective. Speaking of which, let's see here. Should we just go over the Collective real quick since I have a chance? I just got it right here. I can run it down.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I can at least run this thing down real quick here just because. All right, so that's what I figured, kind of getting late. We can at least go through this real quick here. So GCW has the Collective coming up. This is going to be between April 4th to April 6th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thursday, April 4th, 11 a.m. Eastern, Defy Wrestling. 4 p.m., Josh Barnett's Bloodsport X. 8 p.m., DDT's Pro Wrestling. And 11:59 p.m., our midnight show, GCW and JCW versus the World. And then if you're lucky, you can get to sleep at 3, 4 in the morning, wake back up. Friday, 11 a.m., Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. 3 p.m., Progress Wrestling. 7 p.m., Joey Janela's Spring Break 8. And that would be a midnight show, 11:59 for the Culture. Then you get to go to bed again at 3, 4 a.m. Wake up Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Effie's Big Gay Brunch 9, which those have been amazing. 2:30 p.m. GCW versus TJPW. And then midnight, Joey Janela's Spring Break Clusterfuck Forever. And then I don't want to forget, Sunday, April 7th at noon, we're going to have the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame. So we have a big weekend. That's what GCW has. We still have WrestleMania that's going to be going on Saturday and Sunday. So, I mean, that's just what we have here. There are tons of small companies operating all over right now. It is really, really interesting. What else do we have? Tate Mayfair's just jumped in here. Let's go, champ. I don't know.
Let's go, champ.
Uh-huh.
Let's go, champ.
I was trying to figure out if that was shit talking or not.
That's a name I've been
go,
loving
champ.
to see when they go out to the UK. Tate Mayfair's
Let's go, champ.
he's been awesome.
Dude,
What are your
Tate
thoughts
rocks.
going into the astronauts?
Terry Funk ain't wearing no mouthpiece, baby.
Okay.
They're damn good. I like
Oh,
watching
yeah.
the astronauts. They were, I mean, first time they were over, fan favorite, pretty quick. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Yeah, Tate. That's cool that Tate showed up. It's pretty late over there. It's it's early morning over there right now. 7 a.m. I'm thinking maybe 6 a.m.
Where?
Okay.
Over with Tate.
Yeah, probably 6 a.m.
Yeah. We do have one or two listeners from like Scotland and whatnot. And
No,
sometimes they're
absolutely
getting up
not, Wizard.
Yeah, definitely not. I was just about to say that. Yeah, Effie's killing on his own shows. It's nice seeing him doing it too, not just collective, like being able to do the one in Tampa and do one. I think they did one in the UK and stuff. That's been awesome to see.
So many people want to be on those shows. I don't. It's got to be rough for him to say no for so many people, because every time I've had a chance to talk to Effie about it, he just tells me there's just such a huge flood of talent that wants to be on those big gay brunches. And that's just impressive.
Yeah, man, they're awesome shows, and it gives a lot of awesome visibility to a whole bunch of wrestlers that don't get a lot of opportunities sometimes. So it's great to see the different people that pop up.
Yeah, like Karam's a big one for me. I never seen or really heard of him until last year. And like once I saw him, I'm like, okay, I've got to go check him out a little bit more. And seeing him kind of do some other little shows, it's actually been really cool to go and search some of these names that you said we would never ever get the chance to see. But Effie's Big Gay Brunch has given a giant platform, and seeing the talent been killing it, and like those shows have been awesome. It's been really cool to see.
Absolutely, man, he's killing it.
Devin Monroe was another one that I discovered from Effie's Big Gay Brunch, who was just really impressive. Rico, I thought, was fantastic. One match that I'm looking forward to on Big Gay Brunch is going to be Dark Sheik versus Sunny Kiss. I think.
Yeah, that match.
Very interesting match.
Sheiky baby rules. I can't wait to watch that one.
Right. Yeah. And Karam versus Max the Impaler, who I wish we could see both of them more in GCW. That's good.
Absolutely. That match will be sick too. Karam being a late replacement, but they're gonna kill it.
Dude, for the culture, man like Doris versus Sunny Kiss. That's gonna be a fucking clinic between those two. What else?
And like Doris is super underrated.
Let's see. Thursday, that midnight show, GCW and JCW, Jordan Oliver versus Aiko Blanc, the White Eagle. They had a chance to work with each other over in France, and I guess that was a badass little show.
Yep. So Jordan wanted that match here in the States, so he finally gets it. So can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
And then Brant, we got our wish on being able to see Boisterous Behavior, man like Doris and Leon Slater finally together in the United States.
Yeah, that's a team I've been dying for. I'm also interested on the Grab the Brass Ring ladder, who the competitors are going to be in that one. That's one I'm kind of really looking forward to, because those matches always kill. Like last year, you guys killed that match out there.
No, last year at the UCC. So,
do you think? Are you hoping to be in that one? The Brass Ring.
No,
fingers crossed.
Let's see.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Now we may have two Brass Ring winners at one time. Isn't that right?
I believe so. I believe Mansard currently has the do or die one from the Rumble this year. So,
this could get very interesting. Then we've got some open stories here. We're just waiting to see how they unfold.
Exactly. I got a lot of good things cooking right now.
God damn, man. Let's see. What else is I really looking forward to? Shayna Baszler, Masha Slamovich, Nick Nemeth, Mike Bailey, Josh Barnett, Johnny Bloodsport. That's going to be pretty fucking good. I think that's about it there. Joey Janela's Spring Break, East West Express versus Mike Bailey, or East West Express, Mike Bailey versus Rock and Roll Express and Kerry Morton. That's pretty fucking cool. I really thought Robert Gibson was done. So
I know
after that last match too.
Yeah, he had his retirement match a while ago, so it's sick to see him, Ricky, and Kerry all teaming together.
Let's see if there's anything else here. That Punjabi prison match. I still want to know how that. At some point, I want to know the story, because if they're going to set up a WWE style Punjabi, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money. Unless the Bollywood boys have their own set that they like to play with, like playing cards or some shit. I don't know.
I'm excited to see how that unfolds. But should be a good weekend.
Yeah, very fun. Is there anything else that you would like to kind of plug? Because I know I can't get late
by all
over
means.
Yeah, we got Fight Entertainment on Wednesday tomorrow night at the Pilger Raw Brewing Company, and that's the tournament of breath. Wednesday or Thursday, GSW versus Philly Mike, JCW versus the World versus Astronauts and Arena, and we got some other things cooking, and we'll see how the weekend goes.
That is so freaking awesome. This is such a good week for all independent wrestling. So really happy to see everybody just go out there and make that money.
Absolutely.
Put on that entertainment, man.
Create good memories for everybody.
Yeah.
Hey,
like
that's what it's really about.
I was just telling my wife when we got dinner tonight, I'm kind of having the FOMO of missing Collective this year. I was lucky enough to go last year to everything. That was my first time, and how much of a blast, like every single minute of every single show was like, I didn't even have my phone on, and like social media was off. I just sat there and enjoyed it. So the Collective is definitely a very good wrestling experience for any wrestling fan at all, but no matter what kind of genre you like.
Exactly. It's a good time for everybody, and excited to get to it. We got as soon as I hop off here, I'm packing, getting ready for Mania because I'm a procrastinator at heart, and be on the road to WrestleMania weekend.
Was there anything else you can think of, Brant? We could just close it up right here with Cole and do our thing for the night. And
yeah, I think that's a good one because we got a lot to talk with the Collective, like a lot of question marks, but I think a lot of stuff to talk about next week after the Collective to fill up kind of the time that if we end short tonight, we got a lot to talk about next time for sure.
Sweet.
Absolutely. Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Cole, thank you so much, man.
That you guys are getting. Appreciate John for the person that he is and how he takes care of me every time that I come to Vegas. Him and his family are fucking badasses. Him, his son, his wife, everybody over there. They just treat me like family every time I come out of there. So I just wanted to say I appreciate you. I love you. Love those two dogs. Make sure you give some love to them for me. Shout out Jimmy. I love you, buddy. Carry you on Call of Duty soon. Probably too soon. I can't do it before I leave for Mania week because I can't hurt my back. So we appreciate you, brother.
No carry, John.
Letting me on. And shout out everybody. And y'all have a good night.
Hell yeah.
Yes, thank you very much.
Stay on with me.
Good one too, man.
Stay on with me for 1 second. Let's go bye-bye and we'll do our thing. All right. You ready to go, Brant? Let's get the fuck out of here. You ready? Okay.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
Yes.
We
got this. Long.
We got a delay again. Long.
Fuck live. No. Live. We always fuck this up. It's about GCW.
All
right. Good night, guys.